guys, Isel here from Aquatics, and we're here now at my favorite spot at home, and this is where our aquariums are. And this is just a nice place to rest and to relax after work and after a long day. This right here is our shrink tank. We've actually featured this in one of our videos, and this one right here is like my sandbox. This is where I do most of my experiments on fishes, shrimps, and plants. But we won't be talking about these tanks right now, but what we're going to show you today is how we've set up our drip water system. Alright guys, let's go! First part of our drip water system is our water source. And what you're looking at right now is our water storage. This is at the same time our water treatment tank, and the water that goes in here comes from the faucet. So this is where we treat the water, and as you can see, we put measurements on this storage tank, and we measured the water manually using a 5-gallon bucket. So this will be the fundamental part of our drip water system. And since we don't have a dosing pump or a dosing system for anti-chlorine, so this is where we treat the water before it goes to our tanks. Now the line that you see here is the water level limit. So meaning the water level should not be lower than that line, since we have a water pump that push the water from this tank going to our pipelines, and we don't want it running dry if the water is below that line. That is like the danger zone of our water pump. So the black thing that you see on the bottom is our water pump, and running the water below that line will damage the water pump. The green hose, or the it's like a blue hose, a light blue hose, is our water source coming from this faucet. So the faucet water still has chlorine, and this is the water that is being pushed by the water pump. And since our pipeline is a recirculating design, so the water that is coming out of that hose is actually the water that you see in this storage tank. This also serves as the mixing process for the anti-chlorine. We've actually made another video, I think it's called drip water cleaning, and we showed there how we do the actual cleaning and the mixing of the anti-chlorine chemicals in this tank. Let me show you where this water is coming from and how this system works. So the green hose that is not attached to the water pump, the one that is behind that other green hose, is this, and it goes through or from here, from this valve. This is the exit valve, and this one is the entry valve, or the entry line, and that line is the one connected from the pump going here to this valve, and then goes through here and goes out there. And as you can see, I have put an arrow mark so I know where the water is going. I'm not sure if you can see that pipe right there. And so that's where it goes, and it goes through all the tanks on the upper level. We've also placed valves for each tank. That's where the water comes out, where the treated water comes out. Here's the part where it goes down from the upper level tanks going to the lower level tanks, and it goes from here all the way there. We'll actually go back to where it started. This is where it turns to go back to the treatment tank. As you can see, this is the arrow that I was talking about earlier. This is where the water goes out from the treatment tank going to the water tanks or the aquariums in our drip water system, and this is the arrow going back to this valve that I've shown you earlier. This is the exit valve where the unused water that went through the pipelines goes through and comes back to our water treatment tank. And that is how this thing works. And again, that water that you see coming out of that green hose is that water, or the unused water. We have also designed it this way, so all we need to do is to unhook this hose right here, and we can still use it to fill other tanks or other containers with treated water coming from this storage or treatment tank. I'll just show you really quick how our drip water system also supply water to our breeder tanks. Okay, so this here is one of our breeder racks that is also being supplied with treated water by our drip water system. We have also placed another exit valve here, and at the end of this pipeline there's a hose connector for other purpose use. So that's how our drip water system works. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're not already a Lynx Aquatics subscriber, hit on the subscribe button and on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Again guys, keep on splashing, and see you on our next video. I'm out.